Hello people, I am Jabi Kawai. We're going to look at the trailer to Badla starring Amitabh Bachchan and Taapsee Pannu, reuniting since doing the movie Pink together. That's pretty cool. It's directed by Sujoy Ghosh, who you should be excited for if you're not familiar with his name. I'm sure most of you are. He directed the short called Ahalya, which we did a reaction to. If you guys haven't seen that, you should check it out. I liked it a lot, as I recall. He directed Kahani and Kahani 2. He was also writers on Kahani and Kahani 2. He's got a nice body of work under his belt, and that makes me look forward to watching this trailer quite a bit, actually. This comes out March 8th, 2019. Mark your calendars. That's in just a few weeks, actually. So let's check this out. Here we go.
बदला लेना हर बार सही नहीं होता, लेकिन माफ कर देना भी हर बार सही नहीं होता.
True that.
बादल गुप्ता कौन है?
विटनेस तैयार करना उसकी एक्सपर्टीज. 40 साल में वो एक भी केस नहीं आ रहा है.
जो भी तुम मुझे बताओगी वही मेरे लिए सच होगा. एक-एक डिटेल, छोटी से छोटी, बारीक से बारीक.
अर्जुन और मैं 3 महीने से एक साथ थे. किसी को पता चल गया और ब्लैकमेल करने लगा.
तुम्हारा अर्जुन के साथ अफेयर था या तुम सच में जिससे प्यार करते थे?
मैं सिर्फ अपने हस्बैंड और बेटी से प्यार करती हूँ.
मेरे पास 3 सवाल हैं. वो मैसेज तुम्हारे सेल फोन पर कैसे आया? ब्लैकमेल और पैसे लेने आया था, बिना लिए क्यों चला गया? बंद कमरे के अंदर वो आया और गया कैसे?
ये सब कुछ बहुत केयरफुली प्लान किया गया था.
कौन फंसाना चाहेगा तुम्हें?
I don't know. मैं इसमें फंसती जा रही हूँ. तो जिसने सब कुछ किया वो बच के निकल रहा है.
वो मूर्ख होता है जो सिर्फ सच को ही जानता है, पर सच और झूठ के फर्क को नहीं जानता. क्या मैं वही 6 देख रहा हूँ जो तुमने मुझे दिखाया, या वो 9 जो मुझे देखना चाहिए था?
Ruh-roh. Well, that's a clever story of who done it. Who framed this Betty? Well, that's an interesting, precarious situation to be in. So you wake up, there's a dead body, and a bag full of money. Why would they do that? This is very much in line with Sujoy Ghosh, who likes to create these mystery thriller type of stories, films, movies. Everything I've seen of his is kind of like this, where it creates this question and you have to watch the film to get that question answered. With his short film, if I recall correctly, there were these husbands that were going missing, or these men that were going missing, and you have to watch the short film to find out why they were going missing. In Kahani, she's trying to find out what happened to her husband, and she's pregnant. Most of you probably know what happens in that movie, but I'm not gonna spoil it. You should watch Kahani. I have issues with it, but overall I really like that movie. Here, she's framed for a murder. It's a very strange situation because like the cops come in at the most inopportune time when she hasn't, like the body's there, the money's there, so what's going on exactly? That certainly makes me curious and want to find out what's going on. I'm slightly inclined to believe that she is guilty of something. That just seems like the direction to go. It's the perfect thing where she goes, but why would I do this, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, of course I'm not guilty. And then she gets off scot-free with the crime. It's not absolutely clear if she actually woke up and then found the body, or if that's just the story. She could just be pretending to get herself framed so she could get away with the perfect crime. This way, if she's not found guilty, there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. You got all that money and your husband's dead. For a split second, I was actually confused as to whether or not this was a follow-up to Pink, because the dynamic is so similar, but Amitabh Bachchan is a totally different character here than he was in Pink. While he's a lawyer again, he's a different personality. In Pink, he was more of this kind of mysterious guy who slowly took time to reveal himself and reveal what he had to say after making observations. And every time he said something, it was very, very poignant. He was one of those characters you weren't sure about, and he kind of freaked you out because of his lack of verbosity. But then once he started saying things, you realize, oh, this is the smartest guy in the room. Here, he just starts out as the smartest guy in the room. There's part of me that wonders if he's in on some crime. Like, that would be too far-fetched, I think, but anything's possible. He's been a lawyer for over 40 years, hasn't lost a single case in 40 years, so I don't think he would be the one to pull off this crime, but then again, maybe he's the perfect one. He studied all these cases over 4 decades. Amitabh Bachchan looks great for his age, and he's always got that great resonance in his voice. I just love hearing him talk. I would love someday, if I can meet him, to just have him make my outgoing voicemail on my phone. I like Taapsee Pannu. I think she's a very good actress. What I remember of her in Pink was that she was very committed to the role, and it feels very real what she's doing when I saw her in that. And likewise here, from what little I'm seeing of her in the trailer, I believe her in these moments. I really like what she's bringing to the table here. The two of them together, I mean, that's just neat that you get to work with, firstly, that you get to work with the same actor again, like, because you have rapport with each other, and that's pretty cool. So you already have a chemistry. There's already a bit of secondhand, so you can get to those places quicker with each other, right? But then add to the fact that it's with a classic actor like Amitabh Bachchan. Can you imagine being in Taapsee Pannu's position? That's pretty awesome. So once more, we are exploring a story, at least allegedly. We are exploring a story about a woman who is put in a position where she basically is proving her love for her family, her love for her husband and child. But if you've seen Kahani, you know what's up there. There's still this kind of thing that's dealing with family. In both instances, the husband's dead. So, Sujoy Ghosh, what you trying to say, bruh? What's that about? One of the things I like about these kinds of films is that you can go back and watch it again and see if after you find out the answer at the end of the film, if there are clues left behind that can kind of indicate as to what was happening, like if it was in front of you the entire time. Kind of like in The Sixth Sense. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, Bruce Willis is dead. He's a ghost the whole time. But you watch it and you go, oh, that's how they kind of carefully did that here and there, so that if you're paying attention to these clues, you'll pick up on the fact that he's not actually interacting with anybody. He just thinks he is, right? And so with something like this, once you find out who it is, there might be clues throughout the film woven in there that kind of indicate to you the truth of the matter. And then when you go back and watch it again, you can kind of marvel at it and see how it was right in front of you the entire time. That's one of the cool things about mystery films like this. I think if you go back and watch Kahani, you'll find little things like that as well. While not everybody was in love with Thugs of Hindustan, I think that it's safe to say Amitabh Bachchan always chooses very interesting projects. Even if you didn't like Thugs of Hindustan, it's still an interesting project nonetheless. And so I have confidence that every time I'm watching an Amitabh Bachchan film, he's choosing projects that are very, very interesting. And that makes me want to watch this even more. Even though he's playing a lawyer again, it's like I said earlier, he's a different kind of lawyer. And the story, at least at face value, looks very, very compelling and interesting. It's got me wanting to know what happened. What's the truth?
You can't handle the truth!
I've thought about it a little bit further, and I'm starting to wonder if the husband framed her. Is that possible? Is it possible for him to frame her if he had a substitute dead body that looked just like him? Or if he just took some kind of serum to pretend he was dead, and then he was zipped up in the bag, woke up in the morgue, shot the morgue guy, and then escaped with the money, and then he had to break into the police station and grab it, pull it out of evidence. Unless all that money was just fake money, in which case he's got his actual stash somewhere else in a Swiss bank account. I don't know. Just running with this idea that probably doesn't make any sense, but it's an interesting theory. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Me and my invisible friends, and all of you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. I really appreciate that. Let me know what you think of Badla in the comments below. Be honest, be verbose. Would love to hear what you really think, and if you're excited about it, what you're excited for. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I am Jabby Kawai. Peace out.